So I'm going to be working on the rest of the cosplay today, all of the sewing. So this is our Tiara. It has been painted with gold acrylic paint, spray painted with gold glitter. The inner part painted with the red and then sealed with a clear top coat. I'm just waiting for this to cure a little bit more before I glue the gems on there. By the way, the gems I am so proud of because you need some that are in a particular shape, and I didn't have any, and I'm going to show you guys what it is that I did. Next up, we are going to take our handy dandy handsaw and chop off maybe 2 to 3 inches of this piece of PVC. Especially on this part where the Plastidip didn't take. I have 3 of these to make a scepter, and that would make this over 6 feet tall. I am 5'6", and I do want it to be slightly taller than me, but not that damn tall, because I'm going to have to put a crescent moon on top. I have to say, I've only injured myself twice with messing with this cosplay. We've got a hot glue burn that's oozing right now. Yay. Got some leftover super glue right there. You know, that's lovely. And then that is from where I cut myself with the handsaw the last time I was messing with it. So, well, it's not a good cosplay if you don't hurt yourself somehow. So this is my new favorite friend. This is a hot knife. So it's like an X-Acto knife in regards of the blade and attachment, but this bitch gets 950 degrees hot. Mostly those who use it for wood carving. I actually decided I would get it for foam shaping, and I needed particular gems for the crown, but as it turns out, the ones that I bought, like these standard ones, they're too big. So I actually used the hot knife, heated it up, and then like scraped the edges and made the perfect size gem for that crown. I also needed red gems, but in this circular shape. And the package that I had, even though it had like 300 gems in there, it didn't have red ones that were shaped in a circle, and it didn't have red ones that were shaped in a small circle. So I actually took 2 red stars and clipped off the edges of the stars to make the red circular gems that I need. Like, freaking genius. So now, before assembling the pieces of the scepter, we're going to paint it, and it's going to be lovely, and we're going to do it outside because it's warm, and it will dry faster. So I'm going to do a coat of this metallic shade here, and then I'm going to mix it with this to kind of give it this pearlescent look with it while I get everything going. Alright, so the first coat of paint is done, and unfortunately the Snapchat camera is not catching how vibrant the colors are. Like, they literally look like they're silver pieces of metal. So first coat of paint is on for all the connectors and everything. Yay. Now I'm going to go inside, cool off for a little bit, and then do some more. So now we have taken our handy dandy protractor and etched a circle out that's going to serve as a base. I also did another one here. These are going to go on top of one of those pieces out there. This is a foam centerpiece, and we are going to shape this into a moon. The other version, it was okay, but it was just too hard to bevel, and so I decided to just go ahead and start fresh. So now I am gluing these circles together, and then I will prime them with Plastidip and set them outside to dry. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start Shaping and beveling our crescent moon here, which is going to go on top of our fun staff. Paint, first coat has dried, so we'll also be applying the second coat of paint too. Not bad, huh? I got what it is that I'm going for. Should have did this the whole time. This isn't done yet, but at least you see how it went from static and not curved to curved and beveled. So, gonna take a quick break for lunch and then back at it. So here's our crescent moon that we beveled. And although this side is decent, apparently the paint kind of ate at this side. And so since the texture is uneven, we're just going to go ahead and be a little old school with it and do some paper mache. Do y'all know how to do paper mache? It's actually very, very easy. You need glue and water. Or if you actually want to make it, you can do like 3 parts flour and 1 part water. We're going to use the glue because I want this shit to already dry. Okay, cool. This is going to be the last thing that I work on before I go to sleep. So we have 2 beauty blenders and we have 2 hair combs. Man, so many of the famous cosplayers have a workshop. Bro, this is my workshop. This is my bedroom. Okay. I have a fold-out table that I keep just for whenever I need to do cosplay stuff. There's Sophia, the dress form. And then I just make my bed extra nice so that I can use it as extra table space. This is where all the magic happens, folks. Right here. And if I need to paint something, I just use this big ass piece of cardboard that I've made my inadvertent workshop here in my laundry room. Like, there's all of the acrylic paints that I could ever need and all of this spray paint, and I'm just like, you don't have to have an elaborate workshop in order to be a cosplayer, fam. I do this shit between my front porch, my bedroom, and the laundry room. Or karate. Because the karate people's is amazing. By the way, this is the base for the wings. Because the foam was neon green, I am spray painting it white, even though I just didn't want that green to show through. I'm going to cover it with some of the leftover material that I used for the feathers in the wings. So that way you can tell, at least you will be able to tell at first glance that it's like, you know, neon green or whatever. So, well. Checking on our good friend, the moon emblem. If I had more time, I would make that neater, but still for paper mache, or I guess I could have wrapped it in masking tape. Whatever. Anyways, for the job that I did, it'll be fine. And then here is the scepter, and we will glue. It will glue the moon on top. That base, I know it looks like a UFO. I don't give a fuck. And even though I still shortened this section in the middle, it's still goddamn tall, but oh well. So this is, this part is drying. I had to give that a second coat of top coat, but at least that's almost right. The moon emblem needs, I'm letting the spray paint cure a little bit more, and then I'm going to go over it with gold acrylic and then the gold glitter spray paint so that it matches all of the other gold detailing that I have. So this gold glitter spray paint is amazing with the acrylic base underneath. So there's the moon emblem that goes in the middle of the forehead. And then here's our tiara. And I actually wound up using the hot knife to etch some more red gems. Can we just give myself a round of applause for how motherfucking beautiful this is? Just, wow. I really did that with no tutorial, no template, and no directions. Just warble a little bit of craft foam and a thought. But anyhow, so there's that and all that good stuff. I didn't think about wearing actual jewelry, so I probably will just get something from my jewelry box to see what I've got. But anyways, yay. Man, I had an amazing time. I got there late, but that's alright. I kicked it with one of my karate kids for a while. I ran into some cosplay friends of mine. I made new friends. That's the beautiful thing about a comic book convention. No matter how big or small it is, you will make friends. I took a ton of pictures. I took a ton of group pictures. And it was so fun. It was so much fun to be at a convention and to be able, like, I met the person who voiced part of Usagi from the 90s, and she pulled me up on stage. I got her autograph. She said I was beautiful. Like, I needed this today. For anyone who was wondering, and especially for those who are the diehard Sailor Moon fans, my cosplay was Neo Queen Serenity, which is a version of Queen Serenity from the future in the Crystal Tokyo arc of, I think, season 1? No, season 2. Sorry, season 2, because Chibiusa is there. Anyhow, traditionally Sailor Moon does have the buns and the long pigtails from those, but I decided to do my spin on that because also resourcefulness and time, and you know, the shit's made out of a beauty blender. There are, of course, a few things that went wrong with the cosplay. One of my wings kept popping out, so it probably just needs to be reinforced a little bit more. But the main thing, of course, is do not rush and do all of this within 24 hours before the con. To take my time to pin with my pin my fabric down before sewing it and to sleep. I'm going to go home and I'm going to crash. I'm not going to lie. But also, I can say, though, that for cutting the fabric on Thursday and then sewing everything together from like 9 o'clock last night until 10 o'clock this morning, like, I made a whole functional dress in basically 12 hours with a little bit of sleep here and there. And it's fitted to me and my body. Like, I didn't really need much shapewear below. I mean, I did need it. Still got a little pot belly, but, you know, fuck that shit. Oh well. You know, a couple of y'all do who like it. Anyways, I made a whole fucking functional dress with the train and hemmed it and took it in to my sizing in 12 hours. This is the first time I've made a dress. You should know that. It was the first time that I made a pair of wings, and so many people were just in love with them. They're freaking gorgeous. Like, when I get home, I will go ahead and show you in detail everything, but oh man, so many people love the wings. Like, my cosplay friends, they wanted to actually look at the base and look at the feathers, and it was just wow. Like, so many people were impressed with the wings. A lot of people didn't know I was from Sailor Moon at first. They just thought I was a goddess. First of all, how much of a compliment is that to just be like, I didn't know you were from Sailor Moon. I thought you were a goddess. You were so beautiful. Bruh! And then there's no better place to make friends at a con than the damn bathroom. When I tell you, it took, I mean, even though the zipper was functional before I put this damn thing on, it took 2 girls to get me zipped up into the dress before I put the wings on, and people kept popping my wings back into the base and everything like that, so I finally just gave up and stopped wearing them, or people would help me put the wings on and off and stuff like that. But like, so many people, like, there apparently 2 people who were cosplay, or not cosplay, but convention guests. I was like, hey, you zip me up. I didn't know they were guests, but it was like, I need your help. Be my friend. Zip this up. And it was a whole tag team ordeal, but all right. Yeah. It was a good little con. Had a wonderful time. I'm definitely coming for that cosplay contest next year, though. Like, yeah, wait on it. But it was a wonderful time, and the only money I really spent was just the badge to get into the con, and this is a very affordable con. Like, the Saturday pass for Planet Comic Con, if you buy it actually on Saturday, is like $90 plus tax. It was just $35 to get into the con today, and then $10 for the autograph. Even though this was her printed, like, she already had sheets and stuff to autograph on. Like, if I would have brought something of my own, she would have done it for free. But because I actually purchased one of her postcards or something like that, that was $10. But yeah, and I'm such a good time.